I feel like I look like that one picture of Dwayne Johnson, but that's okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new here, my name is Libby Rogers. I am so excited that you're here. Today's video is going to be the first holiday look of the season. I am so excited for Christmas. It is right around the corner, but this look is going to be not only for Christmas, but for New Year's if you wanted to do a look for that. And yeah, I'm so excited. It's just going to be a beautiful classic Christmas holiday look that you can recreate super easily. And yeah, if you guys are excited to see this look, then just go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so I think for primers today, I'm going to start off with the AOA Wonder Skin Mattifying Primer. I got this in my Shop Miss A haul, and I'm just going to place this in my T-zone area, and then I'm also going to put a blurring primer on top of this one, just so I can minimize the pores. Because this is a holiday glam look, you obviously want your skin to be as smooth as possible. So now that that primer is dried down, I'm going to go into my Cover FX blurring primer and press it in the porous regions. This primer smells like ramen noodles, like the seasoning. Okay, so we're going to let those sink in for a little bit. We're going to move on to the eyes and move back into the face a little bit later. I'm going to be going in with my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Eden. You know, one of my favorites. And I'm going to just blend that out. And I'm just going to dip into a bone colored shadow and set my lids. And then I'll zoom you guys in because we're gonna get going on the eyes. Okay, so I have you guys zoomed in. We are gonna be doing the eyes, and the eyes are gonna be super simple but still super sparkly and glamorous and everything like that. First, I'm gonna dip into my Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronzer. I'm just dipping into this with my fluffy brush, the Morphe M504. And I'm just going to place this into my crease just to define that area a little bit. Nothing too fancy. I'm just really buffing that out to the crease. Okay, so like I said, it's going to be a super simple look. So that's literally all we're going to be putting in the crease. So next I'm going to go in with my NYX Glitter Primer. And I'm just going to place some on the back of my hand and rub it around. And then just place this all over the lid. Not super precise, but just keep it on the lid. Don't put it up in the crease or anything like that. This is why we're doing the eyes first, because we are going to be using a loose pigment highlighter for our main shade on our eyes. So we want to make sure that we do that first, because if we get any glitter fallout, then we can just erase it and then move on to the face. This glitter primer is really going to ensure that it doesn't move around at all, but it also really makes the pigment pop. So for the main gold shade that we're going to be using on the eyes, we're going to be using the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Illuminati. You guys will have seen this in my favorite highlighters video, and it is just one of the best. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some in the lid, and I'm going to place some on my finger, and I'm just going to pack this on my eye. You guys see that? Look how pretty and blinding that is. So we put the majority on the lid so that we can buff it into the crease, but it won't stick like it is on the lid. That's why we did that. And you can just see it is so stunning. And we have that crease color in there. So I'm just going to intensify that a little bit just so we have a little bit of definition. And then I'm just going to pack a little bit more on the lid. It's so stunning and so simple, but still so sparkly. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye as well. Okay, so that pigment is now on the lids, but we're going to take it even the extra step, and I'm actually going to apply my Urban Decay Heavy Metal in the shade Midnight Cowboy, which is just a glittery gold liner, and I'm going to place this on the lid. Just like that. Make sure not to look up while you're doing that. Okay, so I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes so that it dries, and then we will move on to the face. Okay, so that glitter is dry for the most part, and I'm going to apply some mascara, which I'm just going to be taking my Superhero It Cosmetics mascara, and I have my lashes all ready and glued. I'm just waiting for them to dry, so I'm just applying a thin coat of mascara. And now I'm going to apply my lashes, which are the Kiss lashes in the style Pixie 02. So I'm just going to, I didn't even measure these, so hopefully they aren't too long. Okay, so these are what these lashes look like. You can't really tell, but they're so much longer on the outsides, which make your eyes pull out a little bit. They're so beautiful. I love them, and they're not super dramatic to where they take away from the glittery lids, so I really love that a lot. They're super inexpensive as well, and they are super great lashes if you're wanting some from the drugstore. Okay, so I think for foundation today, I want to take my Maybelline, what's the name of this? My Maybelline 24-hour foundation, the Super Stay one. I'm just going to work in sections with this foundation. Just gonna work in little sections with this foundation since it dries pretty quickly. And like I said, we're going for, did I just get that in my hair? We are going for a super glamorous full coverage, so I'm just gonna start pressing this in. This one majorly oxidizes, so I'm gonna look very, very pale at the beginning, but I promise you it will get darker and I won't look so ghostly after a while. I'm gonna put a little less on this side because the other side I didn't need as much as I thought I did. This is still way too much. Oh my goodness. Help me, I'm drowning in foundation. I look so white. I can't believe how white this looks right now. How pale. Okay, never mind that. We're gonna get into some concealer, which I'm gonna be using my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Neutral, which is one of their new shades. And I'm just gonna place this on my under eyes. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute just because that gives it a little more coverage. So we're just gonna wait for a couple seconds. And then I'm just going to blend it out with my Japanesque sponge. Okay, and to set my under eyes, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 05. And I'm going to just set my under eyes. And then for the rest of the face, I'm going to be setting it with the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade W1. And I'm going to be taking that on applying it with the Wet n Wild Kabuki brush. And I'm just going to stamp this all over my face. Okay, and now that I have my face set, we're going to move on to my under eyes really quickly. We're not going to do anything super dramatic since we didn't do much of anything on the upper lash line either. What I am going to do though is I'm first going to be starting off with my lower lash line and that same bronzer. I'm just going to dip it in and blend that out underneath my lash line. And then I'm just going to be dipping into my e.l.f. palette, the one that I use in my all affordable look, and I'm just going to be taking this middle shade right here and I'm just going to buff that with a little bit of this shade, actually, these two, and I'm just going to mix that underneath just to give it a little more definition down there, just a little something to define that lower lash line. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of my Benefit roller lash just because it's a skinny wand and coat my bottom lashes with this. I didn't want to make the eye too dark. I wanted to make it more bright and glittery, so I didn't put anything on my waterline. I would have put my nude liner in there, but I can't find that. So I just left it bare because I feel like that's going to look the best with this super pretty eye look. So now that we finished up the under eye, we're going to go in with bronzer next. And I actually just picked up this new bronzer from Catrice. It's this Sun Lover Glow bronzing powder, and this is in the shade Cos Nova or Sunkissed Bronze. I'm not sure, but this is a shade 10. You can see it up there at the top. And this is a super warm bronzer. I don't know if I'm quite used to it, but I like it and I like the effect that it gives. I'm just going to use a stipple brush and coat it. It is quite powdery. Like, I don't know if you can tell. Very powdery, actually. And I'm just going to bronze up the face with this bronzing powder. Like I said, it's super warm, but I think warm, glowy skin in the holidays is like the prettiest ever. So I'm just gonna take this up the sides of my face. Your girl is bronzed. So I figured for blush, I had to go in with an oldie but a goodie. So I'm gonna be using Milani's Luminoso Baked Blush because I haven't used it in forever, and it's just gonna go so well with this warm, glowy holiday look. So I'm just dipping into that, and I'm just gonna place a little bit on my cheeks. Woo! Ooh, that's so pretty. And now, because this is a glam look, I'm going to contour a little bit, and I'm just going to dip into my NYX blotting powder in the shade Deep, which just looks like this. It's super light, super gray toned, and I'm just going to dip into it a little bit and just slightly make a shadow underneath my cheekbone. Just like that, and then I'm gonna run just a tad bit of it down the nose. And then I contoured it a little bit, and then I'm just gonna run the bronzer over it just to bring a little bit of warmth to the nose. That looks super good. I'm loving how this is turning out. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to eyebrows now, and I just bought, per Casey Holmes' recommendation, the Catrice Slimatic Ultra Precise brow pencils, and they're waterproof, and I got the shades medium and dark, and I think I'm gonna try medium again. I tried medium out this morning, and I think I'm gonna try that. It is quite warm, which I thought she said that they weren't very warm, so I was confused, but it doesn't look too bad. I'm afraid the dark is gonna be much too dark, so I'm just gonna do my brows really quickly, and I will be right back. Okay, so like I said, it is pretty warm, but I don't mind it a whole bunch, so I'm just gonna run some brow gel through it, my Mary Kay brow gel. Okay, we are almost done with the look. I'm going to set my face with my Mary Kay setting spray, makeup finishing spray, and then we will apply some highlighter and some lips, and we'll be done. Okay, so for highlighter today, I'm gonna be doing a concoction of my Master Chrome highlighter in the shade 250 and my Pixie Gossamer Duo in the shade Subtle Sunrise, a mix of this gold with this gold. The Maybelline one is much of a lighter gold, and this one is much more of a pure gold. So I'm going to take mostly this one with a little hint of the other one, just because that other one gives a super glossy, wet look on the skin, and it is a little bit of a darker gold. Okay, so we got some glow going on. I'm actually going to take just the Master Chrome highlighter, and I'm going to place this on my inner corners just to make it pop a little bit. And I'm actually going to take that on my brow bone as well. So for lips, nothing is more of a classic lip combo than a red lip with gold eyes. So I'm going to be applying my Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit liquid lipstick in the shade Missy and Fierce, and with this Bellatrix smoothing lip liner in the shade, it doesn't say the shade, but it is just a pure red lip liner. So I'm going to line my lips, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did a really terrible job lining, but that's okay. I'm just going to apply this on top of it. There is nothing better than a red lip and a gold eye combo. It just screams the holidays to me, and it is just perfect for any occasion, whether it be a Christmas party or a New Year's Eve party or anything that is super glam. And I just really love how this look turned out. I love the lashes. I think they are so pretty and really complement the eye look. And yeah, I really enjoyed this tutorial and this first holiday season makeup tutorials. If you guys liked this video, please make sure to give it a like before you leave. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and once you have subscribed, please make sure to turn on the little bell notification so you're notified every single time I upload, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Holiday equals turtlenecks. I'm just sitting here snacking on some cheese. Oh my gosh, I love cheese.